right away. Live chat. Still setting up, as always. Let's get it all moving. What time is it? It's later. 8:14 p.m. Eastern Time. Always a good thing. So that's a little bit later than usual. Why not? See who's around. Friday night. Let's have a good time. Let's see who can make it. So if it's 8:14 East Coast, that means it's 5:14 West Coast. We might get a few people from all over the place tonight. Hello, people signing on. Good to see there are a few people around. That's good. Sitting back in the old 2022 1794 seat right now. Comfortable, different, a little bit taller than the old seat, but we will see. Hello, everyone. Good amount of people signing on now. Got all the stuff I need. I think we're set up. Andrew, how you doing, pal? Good to see you. So everything's good here. Live chat, we're good to go. All right, McFesto, how you doing? Buckman, good to see you. Mike, hello. A cheers to all of you. Julio, what's up? I love the chair, Tom. I love the chair a lot. It's very comfortable. Good bolstering if we're talking about in the truck. Good bolstering. Perforated seats. Nice Lexus grade leather here. I just slammed my head. It's got all the airbags in it, so maybe one day when we're on a live stream, all the airbags will go off, and that will make for good video. Try and do this a little bit later tonight to get as many people, involved and able to get to the live stream as possible. I usually do like 5 p.m.-ish. Why not 8 p.m., right? Let's hang out. Let's see what we're up to here. Let's see. Tam, how you doing? Jesus, cheers to you as well, my friend. Eric says, hey, Mark, happy Friday. What are your thoughts on how they rolled out the capstone? The whole rollout of the 2022 Tundra, for me, personally, just saying, a little confusing because nothing was in a consistent kind of rollout. So September 19th, we saw the NFL commercial, which we did a live stream while they did that. But before the commercial could debut, they launched all of the information on the Toyota website like 40 minutes early. So that got confusing. Then it made the commercial not worth waiting for because you already had all the information. And I think on Toyota.com at that point, they released the commercial before the actual commercial was on. So that got confusing. So everyone thought that was it for the launch. And then no one mentioned the capstone at all until months later. Hybrid pricing came out later. It's just been confusing. And as a channel owner that's strictly Tundra, I did all I could to keep up with it. And I still feel like I'm trying to keep up with it and catch up with it. So I like Capstone a lot. I think it's great. They need like a Denali type Tundra. The top tier new trim, that's awesome. The way it was launched, I would have launched it with the September 19 launch. Launch it all together, make that the big grand finale ending. I would have done the commercial a little bit different. I like what they did. It was kind of like, the heritage of Toyota, which would have been, that commercial is awesome, but I would have done a standalone Tundra commercial or something a little bit longer, maybe a minute spot versus a 30-second spot. But I'm not the one who, controls the money over there at Toyota, of course. But I know that was, Eric, I know that was a long answer, but sorry. Justin, how you doing, pal? Nothing much, man. Just hanging out, having an adult beverage with you guys. It's Friday night. I'm actually off from work tomorrow, so let's have a good time. Let's talk. Joseph, what's going on? Happy Friday to you as well. Raul, you love the shirt. No chrome, TundraDude34. Here's the plug. This is actually available in my Teespring store, which is right under this video. There are a few options. This is a very popular one. If you're interested, go check it out. Appreciate it. Justin says, howdy, how's everyone? I'm good. Hope everybody else is good as well. Andrew says later is better. I absolutely agree. Because, you guys are at work, you're coming home, you're eating dinner. Now, this is that chill time, Friday night, right? Justin says, any word when the hybrid will be available in Canada? No, because there's still no real word when the hybrid will be available here in the U.S. I would think it would be launched in the next month or so, but I'm starting to hear about production delays down at TMMTX right now because of part shortage issues. So who knows anymore? Who knows anymore? All right, so Julio says, sorry guys, I already gave my 2019 Tundra TRD Pro to my wife. I went to a 2020 GMC Sierra Denali 3500. Need to pull my 44-foot toy hauler. I saw your truck. It's a beautiful truck. And you still got the Tundra in the family. CK says, hi Mark, did you watch the video on my 2016 Tundra TRD Pro with the Harrop supercharger? What do you think? I think that supercharger is amazing. It's good to see Magnuson have a little competition out there. And as you know from now driving the supercharger, completely changes the truck. So please enjoy that for sure. George says, what's up, my man? How you doing, pal? Good to see you. Johnny5 says, long time no see, bro. I apologize. The road is a needy mistress. I hear you, buddy. Happy to have you. Fat fingers, I have that problem as well with texting for sure. Andrew says, thinking of getting the rear side step installed to get into the bed. Thoughts? I know the new ones have them already installed. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's a pretty simple install. The only thing is aesthetically, when you're looking at the rear, it kind of sticks out. It doesn't go flush up to the bumper when you're done with it. You're always going to see it. So if that bothers you, know that ahead of time. Love your channel. Missing your 2017 Platinum. I love that 2017 Platinum. That was a lot of fun. Great truck. I said this in a video the other day. The reason it was supercharged, the reason we got rid of that truck, I did that for channel reasons. It was great to have a supercharged Tundra as an owner. As a channel owner, it was tough because no one has a supercharged Tundra, or very few have that. And I want to have what you guys are driving. And the reason we got the 2020 is after 2017 and 2018, they came out with Toyota Safety Sense, the new Entune 3.0, push button start, remote connect app. There was a lot of new stuff on the Tundra, the new gauge cluster in 2018, all that other stuff was 2020. So I wanted to have something a little bit closer to what you guys have, you know, in case we need to review stuff, things like that. That's kind of my idea with that one. But yes, the 2017 Platinum was an amazing build, was an amazing time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go into my playlist section. It's called the Platinum Pro Playlist. Great playlist. Very early in the channel. Sean says, yes, Toyota has missed the mark on all their marketing on the 2022. I don't think all, Sean, for me. The launch was confusing. I like the commercials that I'm seeing out there. There are some good ones. The Tommy Lee Jones commercial at Super Bowl was really good. But just the way it was launched was hard to follow. And if I'm having trouble following it as someone who's trying to give you guys the news, it's got to be really tough for you guys to follow it as well. And I'm sitting here studying paperwork and release stuff, trying to get you all the information I can. It was a little bit tough, but we're catching up now. So, I mean, you know, cheers to catching up on all that information. There is a lot. They've done a lot more with the Tundra as far as options and features and how you can configure your truck. So it was a lot to catch up with. Starting to see a lot more Tundras on the lot, though. Every time I pass my local dealership, there's another Tundra. So that's a good sign. We filmed 5 the other day at another dealership up in Lakewood, which is 15 minutes from me. So they're starting to come around a little bit. I'm still waiting on some high trim ones. I've seen some limiteds, a lot of SR5s, SR5 TRDs, limited TRDs. Haven't seen a Platinum, haven't seen a 1794. The Pro, I don't think I'll ever see, although that's a complete lie, because April 8th, keep this in mind if you're new to the channel, or if you like the reviews we do when we get the press vehicles, I'm getting a press vehicle for a week from Toyota. It is the 2022 TRD Pro in midnight black with the red interior. That should be a fun week. And that will truly answer my question if I'm going to buy a Pro or not. Mike says, still working on modding out my Quicksand 2018. Just installed the Morimoto XB Gen 2 with amber daytime running lights. Highly recommended. That's a good one. By the way, before we go any further, a couple of you, just let me know, how is the sound? Give me a thumbs up if the sound is good. Sean says, have a 21 TRD Pro, love it. No reason to get rid of it. The wife and I just went for like a 5-mile walk, and we took the TRD Pro 2020. I love that truck. I love that truck. I love the Army Green aspect of it. Everything about that truck, solid as a rock. Johnny says, I'm coming to you from South Bend, Indiana tonight. I'm about to head to Columbia, Ohio. All right. Well, I appreciate you being here. How is life on the road? Do you love it? Over-the-road trucking is a commitment. We know that. Platinum Pro playlist equals metal openings. Yes, the old intro for sure. Mr. Ukrainian says, hey, Mark, when will you be making a purchase on the 2022 Tundra? I want the Pro. We know that. I'm waiting because I'm going to get the Pro for a week in April, early April. And that will be my true, do I want to spend 70 grand? That will be the final. I'm going to drive the thing for a week, see if I love it. I need to love it because I love my Pro Now. So if I'm getting rid of my Pro Now, it needs to be for something I equally love or love more, because I don't want to just do it to do it. It's kind of the way. I'm being a consumer more than a channel owner on this one too. I want to make sure I love it. Joe says, Tundra family, Mickey Thompson, Baja, Boss, all-terrain tires are great on the Tundra. Mickey Thompson tires, for some reason, are a unicorn tire to me that I've always wanted and never got. But because of Joe here, who emailed me the other day and we talked about this, I may go Mickey Thompson's next time I get tires, because if I do get the Pro, the tires, they're the Falcon Wild Peaks, but they're just not aggressive looking enough for me. We may be doing the Mickey Thompson's. Chris, Dance Master. There you go, I remembered, buddy. How are you? I'm well. How about you, pal? Okay, so the sound is good. Everyone's giving me the thumbs up. I only ask, and I want to tell you this, even with the videos. So I got this mic on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So forgive me on that. CK, okay, so everyone's thumbs up there. Where in New Jersey? Hal here. Tom's River here, buddy. I'm very close to you. I'm waiting for a Pro. Maybe can meet you and check it out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. You know what's delicious in Hal? Chick-fil-A. I used to go to the Chick-fil-A in Hal. That's where I had to go for it, but now it's in brick, so it's a little bit easier. What do you think of the 4.6 liter Tundras? Now, Jacob, that's a great question. I love the engine, and let me tell you why. When the Tundra went remodel in 2007, the 3 engines available were the 5.7 V8, the top of the mass, right? 4.7, which was in the Tundras before that, 2000 to 2006, and the 4-liter V6. Those were the 3 engines available. In 2010, they scrapped the 4.7 and they came out with the 4.6, brand new engine, had a little bit more power, you know, a little bit, I'm not going to say great gas mileage versus the other one, but a little bit better, and it was a newer engine. I thought with the 2022 Tundra, that 4.6 liter should have been the V8 they kept. You know how Ford has the 5.0 Coyote V8 as an option with the F-150? I thought that 4.6 would stay because it's a newer engine. So if people want that V8 option, keep that one around. I would have done that. I would have done that. That's me, though. I don't make these decisions, folks. I just talk to you guys about them. Sean says, had a windshield pearl platinum on the lot last week. Still not sold on that front mug. Where are the pictures? Sean, you got 33 jobs. That's one of them. Get me some pictures of that thing. Bodyguard, what's going on, buddy? Want to hear something funny? Friend purchased a new GM 1500 truck, and the engine seized within the first 600 miles. So, you guys, you know, we talk about there's a lot of issues going on with the new Tundra, a lot of growing pains, bugs to work out. Well, there you go. Brand new GM. Gone. Home run. Robert says, I have a 2020. The Casita travel trailer will be ready for pickup in July. I bought the engine, and the truck came with it. There you go. I like that. EP says, hey there, Mark. Long time no see. Loving your 2022 Tundra updates and opinions. I appreciate you very much for that, sir. Just trying to keep everybody up to date with what's coming. I'm basically doing this. This is a nice little fun thing for you. I get all this stuff thrown at me this way. I sit here and try to put it all together to make sense for you. And that's all I try to do every single day. And I try to do that with a job that I work overnight. So I'm always tired. I always have a headache, but I still try to get it done for you. Please know I'm out there doing my best I can for you. George says, where are the new Tundras at these dealerships? This local Toyota dealership still has nothing but one. Chips, my gosh. I guess it depends on where you are. I've been dealing with 0 Tundras on the lot to 1 for months. Now, lately, they're coming in every single day, so hopefully we're starting to see them. Andrew says, Mickey Thompson all-terrains, good in snow and ice. That is the question. So, Joe, if you could answer that, how are the Mickey Thompsons in snow and ice? Mr. Kenny says, Toyota just pushed an over-the-air update on the infotainment system. That's a good thing. I think that's cool. The future is now. H. Vegas says, checking in from the northern hills of California. I'm about to pick a Prius for the you're about to pick up a Prius for the work week and keep my 21 Crew Max for the weekend fishing trips. I like that. These gas prices hurt. That is true. They very much do hurt. Chris says, doing good. Grand Marquis is in the shop at the local car wash with Mom's 2018 Grand Caravan. There you go. Well, I'm sorry your vehicle is in the shop. Hopefully it gets fixed quick. Oh, that's going down like water today, boys. Johnny says, I love over-the-road trucking. I miss my family, of course. The life of a long-haul trucker is rough. It's not for everyone. It's a good life. You get out what you put in, but it is tough. I hear that. Buckman says, hell yeah, and I know he's saying hell yeah to Chick-fil-A because it's delicious. Jordan says, hot shot trucking. There you go. We need a heavy-duty Tundra for that one. Joe says, Andrew, yes, the Mickey Thompsons I got are the LT, and they are 3 Peaks snow rated. So there you go. Sean says, just put the Falcon Wild Peaks on my wife's Tahoe. Kind of loud and rough till they get heat in them. Okay. Interesting. Thanks for your opinion. Happy to help. People that I've talked to on this channel that have the 4.6 really like it. It's a little bit lower horsepower than the 5.7, but like I said, a newer engine. Living the Dream says, got a small brag, averaged 19.2 mpg on a 238 road dry trip from Central Virginia to South Central Pennsylvania last week. 2021 TRD Pro. That is a big brag because that's great mileage. Toyota Tundra lifted is a must-have. I agree. Ram 2500 towing or Ram 3500 towing. Yeah, you tow some serious weight with those trucks. What are you drinking? Cheers. What? Take a guess. What am I drinking? What is my drink of choice tonight? And before we forget, because we cannot forget this, a cheers to all of the United States and Canadian military and emergency services out there and the over-the-road truckers. Without you, we would not be the country and countries we are today. So thank you very much for what you do. A cheers to all of you. We love you. Get home safe if you are abroad. Gotta love the military. Gotta love emergency services. Must have. Very tough jobs. They go in every day like heroes. That's all I'm saying. That's why those patches are behind us. So thank you to everyone who has sent in those patches. For me, the camera shot doesn't show the second board. So I don't know if you could see the board over there or not, but there are 2 boards. We got the Boonie hats going on now behind us. We got the Los Angeles Police Department patch. The gentleman cut off the sleeve. That's cool. We had to put up the Mandalorian stuff up there because gotta love a little bit. Anywho, Free Raven says, imagine if Toyota just spent some R&D dollars to improve and refine the 5.7 V8. Nope, they just took one of the best V8 engines in history and threw it away. You know, and it's crazy because when I first started hearing the rumors that the V8 was going away, I didn't really believe them because, you know, Ford went EcoBoost, but they kept the 5.0 V8. I was always like, well, why wouldn't you keep a V8 option? Because for me, the consumers, especially Tundra consumers, they're used to the less is more. We kind of run on this line. We don't do a lot of crazy updates or crazy changes. So if you're going to slide everybody into that forward-thinking hybrid and, you know, forced induction, small displacement, you'd keep the V8 for at least a few model years to get everyone sliding into the new generation. Blew my mind a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. Johnny 5 says, Mark, I sent you a pic of the semi I am driving now on Facebook. Let's see it. Let's see it real quick. Hold on. The truck I am driving right now. Ooh, that's nice, bro. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen. This is a good looking truck. Woo! Nothing wrong with that at all. I don't know if you guys can see. That's Johnny 5 who is on our chat right now. He's got that sweet sleeper. Look at that. Low to the ground. Is that your truck? Or is that the company's truck? Because that's sweet. Let me get back to where I was here. Okay, now I got to find where I am here. Andrew says, I'm in Vermont for work. Tons of Tundras around. None on the local lot. If any of you would like to help me out with my Sunday dealership walks, if you are someone that walks a dealership and you want to film Tundras, film away. You don't even have to talk. A lot of people don't like to talk in the videos. Film them, send them in. I'll dub my voice over them and try to talk about the Tundras you're seeing. TundraDude34@gmail.com is the place you would like to send that. If you would like your name and location added, please put it in the email. I'd be happy to. If you go look at my dealership walks playlist, people send it in all the time. My neighbor up the street, Walt, he's always down to help. He's a great guy. Took him for a ride in the 2022 limited press vehicle we had. We had a great time. He bought a 2019 Platinum. He loves that thing. He's not going next gen. He's in love with his truck. He had an 06 before that, I believe. So Yeah, if you'd like to be in the dealership walk videos and you have anything good around you, please feel free. Anthony down in Texas, he films for us every once in a while. Just want to show you guys as many Tundras as possible. So, all right, back at it. Chris says, I hope so. I miss driving it. It's been down for basically 2 weeks. A bit of a crazy story. All right, let's hear it if you want to say it. I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to say ILO. What's going on, buddy? North California. I almost said North Carolina. North California here, 2022 Crew Max Cement as a weekend move. 18-year-old Civic as a commuter. I like that, buddy. 21 Crew Max, not 22. Copy that. Yeah, because they don't do cement anymore. Cement is gone. No more. I don't know why they would do. I mean, they probably did that because Lunar Rock is fairly close, but I still miss it. Trailer video would be cool. Whoever said Hotshot knows what they are talking about. There you go. George says Miller, no. Butter Coors, no. Maybe even a Michelob, no. Michelob would make sense. I'm a huge golf player and fan. So, ginger ale, nah. It's Friday night, baby. Cheers and thanks, no problem. You're all wrong so far. You're all wrong. Bodyguard says, I have a question for my fellow Tundra fans. I want to buy a 2022 Tundra Pro, but I can't afford it unless I sell my 18 Shelby in Leadfoot Gray. Bodyguard, I remember when you were looking for that a few years back, buddy. I remember those days. Should I sell the Shelby for the Pro? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Really like those Shelbys. Just saying. Drinking Voss? No. No. Jacob says, I would keep the Shelby in my opinion, Bodyguard. So there you go. That's a nice truck, Johnny 5 from Chris. Shooting par. Would love to. Lehigh Valley Auto Show. Finally got to see the 2022 Tundra. Unfortunately, not impressed. Hurts me to say I waited a long time. So Lehigh Valley, two great things about Lehigh Valley. Number one, I used to go to Nazareth Speedway all the time. In fact, there's a sign above me that says Nazareth Speedway this way, like a road sign. Great track. And Lehigh Valley also has Koch 33 Toyota, which is a great dealership. So that's a great area. And I have property in Pocono, Pennsylvania, so we always go on 33 right through your area. Thanks, Dance, says Johnny. Tony says, hey, Mark, can't wait for your review on the TRD Pro because I'm trying to buy one. They're going to be very, very hard to buy. I'm just going to tell you that up front. They're going to be very hard to get your hands on. There's going to be markups probably. It's going to be insane. But, yeah, Godspeed to you, we'll say. The markups are killing me. Some of them are crazy, man. I remember when markups were like reserved for, you know, the special vehicles, and I still didn't like them then. But there's around me, there's markups on everything, even SR5s. So it is what it is. I film what I can find. I always tell people when I do these dealership walk videos, focus on the MSRP because there are dealerships around the nation that do not do markups. So keep that in mind when you watch those videos. A lot of people get mad at the markups, that's for sure. Johnny 5 says, 2006 long nose flat top Pete 379. If it's not a Peterbilt, it doesn't count. 18 speed with kitty cat under the hood. The old Caterpillar. I like it. All right. Chris says, hi, Chris. Have a Sequoia Platinum 2020, but want a 2022 Tundra Platinum, but can't find a shell. Could you help me where to get a shell? Lear makes good shells. There's a few really good cap companies out there. Just Google search it. I think even places like Auto Anything have shells for your bed. But yeah, if you Google search it, you'll see a bunch of different options out there. There are plenty. Try Lear, L-E-E-R. I grew up right next to this place that was like a Lear distributor. And man, people love those. They are good, reliable shells. Mike says, nice J5, looks good. Truck looks great. Keep the Shelby. You're drinking MGD for sure. That's a big negative on MGD. No one's going to guess this. It's amazing. You think you know someone, right? Jordan says, NASCAR, Texas, can't wait. Take a while. Okay, here's another one for you NASCAR fans out there. Does anyone know who my favorite NASCAR driver is? Impress me. It is not who it used to be. Chris says, it's too much to text. Let's say one thing broke, it got fixed, something else minor went out. Playing phone tag with two different places, almost everybody's being rude. I'm tired of the BS. I hear that, buddy. Mr. Ukrainian says, Mark, does your dad still have his Tundra? No, he actually got rid of that Tundra back in 2020, July 2020 to be exact. He has a 2020 Tacoma TRD off-road, and he loves it. The gas mileage was getting too much for him. He sold his big boat he needed to tow. He bought a smaller boat that the Tacoma could take care of. It's a fully loaded Tacoma. I love it. Black, but he's absolutely in love with it. Doesn't plan to get rid of it for a very long time. But my father and I are of the same mindset. We say we're going to keep something for a long time, and then the next day we're like, hey, I got this new truck, you know, so I can't guarantee anything. Sorry for the screen shake. I hit the wire there. Y'all know what that yellow line on the left side of the left lane means. Oh, that's funny. Buckman says, I got 2 dealers telling me I'm first in line with no markup. They're trying to keep me up to date weekly. Are those local dealers? I need to know. You can email me whatever dealers they are. I know you don't want to say on here. Johnny5 says it means you're in the Caterpillar lane. There you go. Chris says, Lear doesn't make one yet for the 2022 Tundra 6.5 bet. They might not have any for the 2022 Tundra yet because that's so brand new. But I would wait around for Lear. That's just me. I mean, do whatever you got to do, but that I would wait. Great company, worth the wait. Sean says pros are going to be stupid crazy by the time they come out. Don't pay markup on them, everyone. I don't plan to. If they come at me with a markup, I'm just going to say no, thank you, because I'm not in a position where I am in need of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get a pro because it's the next generation. For the channel, I should have the next generation. But I love my truck. Personally, love that truck. Of all the Tundras I've owned, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite. So, Gerald, what's going on? North Carolina in the house. I like it. Jay says, oh, hold on. Andrew says, I skipped him. We know you. You just changed on us once you got into 2022 Tundra. New Gen Mark changing up his drinks. Oh, no. Oh, no, my good man. This is about a year deep that we've been doing this drink. Come on. Keep going. I'm not going to tell you. You got to guess. Jay says, got 1,000 miles in my 2022 Tundra. I averaged 20 mpg. That is 20 mpg all city. That's great, buddy. That's great. All right. Take a little sip. You tell me, are we going another one? Are we doing another one? Does everybody have time? Thumbs up if we should do another one. I don't want to keep you if you have a busy Friday night. But while I wait for you to respond to that, which is a pretty obvious question, I will say, if you are looking for Toyota apparel, go to Toyota Outfitters, the website. They have official merchandise from Toyota, TRD, and Toyota Racing. If you use the promo code TundraDude, one word, all capitals, TundraDude, no 34, just TundraDude, save 25% site-wide. They have everything. Clothes, hats, hoodies, all kinds of apparel, golf equipment, tailgating equipment, everything. Official Toyota, TRD, and Toyota Racing merchandise. Go check them out. If you're looking for parts, sparksparts.com, use promo code TundraDude34 to save 5%. And that's it. That's my plug right now. Let's see. I got mad thumbs up here. You don't have to tell me twice, guys. You know, it's Friday night. I work every day, so we're going to have a good time hanging out with my Tundra people here. So let's get going. We still got a guest here, too. So what's everybody doing this weekend? Anything good? Anything going on? Me and the wife went for like a 5-mile walk tonight. Came home. Live stream time. I don't got much going on. Less is more. Less is more. This going. Look at that. That's a professional pour right there. Okay, back at it. Here we go. Johnny5 says, if you don't know what that means, being in the cat lane, it means if you ain't running triple digits, move to the right lane. Oh, we got the over-the-road jokes now. Come on back, rubber ducky. You know, I completely forgot the email. Oh, you did forget to email me last stream. That's okay. Andrew says, off tonight and tomorrow, so March Madness and chilling with the Tundra dudes in the chat tonight. I like that. Chris says, I think so too. I might have to wait for a 2023 Tundra to get mine and need it for pulling travel trailer. Full-time traveling. Hey, no reason to rush, right? Jay says, when you visit dealerships, do you ever get bombarded by salesmen? So I only go to dealerships on Sundays, and in New Jersey, dealerships are closed on Sundays. The cool part about doing it, a lot of times I do it early in the morning because usually I'll get out of work and go right to the dealership. So I'm filming. You'll hear me say it every once in a while, around 6:30, 7 a.m. a lot of the time. But every once in a while, like this Sunday, if there's something to film at the dealership, I'll probably go later in the morning. And I always have the pleasure of meeting someone who knows me from the channel. So that's always fun. Every once in a while, I'll be out there filming and someone will come up to me, know the channel, and we'll have a nice chat about Tundras. You know, I'm here to help. So it's always good to meet fans of the channel and subscribers and stuff like that. So I enjoy those times. But as far as salesmen go, I only go on Sundays. Dealerships are closed on Sunday in New Jersey. Bodyguard says, realistically, how much does everyone think the 2022 Pro will cost, including the dealer markup? I don't know. Because they mark up around me. Some dealerships mark up around me pretty heavy. So, let's see. If the truck is, what, 68 grand, I would say about 90. That's just being fair for this area. I don't know, though. Just a guess. Hope not. I may go to a car meet once I get my car out of the shop. Otherwise, just relaxing. Nothing wrong with that. Relaxing is important. And you'll learn that the older you get. Andrew says, anyone else looking to get DD to combat these gas prices, a daily driver? I've got my eye on a Camry Hybrid and Windchill Pearl. I like that. Tomeo, how you doing, buddy? Yes, sir. I made it. Eastern North Carolina here. Glad to have you, pal. Dad of Steel says, first extended tow with my 2018 SR5 4x4 last night, picking up a travel trailer. 7,200 pound trailer, 8.6 MPG pump to pump, 437 mile trip. That is nothing to sneeze at. That's actually pretty good. How did it feel pulling that much weight behind you? Drill says, waiting on the Carolina and UCLA basketball game. I don't want to keep you from that for sure. I mean, it's March Madness. This is the greatest time of year for a lot of people. Chris says, I'm only 25 and already learning that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sean says, are you a Christopher Bell fan? That is a negative on Christopher Bell. I don't dislike him. He's just not my guy. It's actually not a Toyota driver. Johnny5 says, Dad of Steel, that's what my Tundra gets not towing. Andrew says, Mark, if you keep the 2020 for another year or so, any modifications in your mind you've been wanting to do? I want tires, man. I want tires. That's a big thing for me. I took the side steps off, and I love that look, so we won't be doing anything with that. It's really just tires. Under-seat storage in the rear would be nice. I find myself missing that very much from the 2017. I put in one of those ESP boxes back in the day. They were great. So just small little things like that. But the truck's damn near perfect. I'm telling you right now. I love that freaking truck. Being honest. The Dew, what's going on? Great to hang out with you, Mark. It's great to have you, pal. How you doing? Good to see you. A cheers to you. And a cheers to the emergency services and military again, because there's never too many. Cheers. Good little sip there. Want to see something that has nothing to do with Tundras, but has something to do with me as a child? So, most of you know, I think, if a lot of you have been around the channel that I'm seeing, I talk to you guys all the time. Most of you know, back in 2020, my mom passed away. And every once in a while, when we get some time, we start going through her stuff. You know, and finding all the old stuff that she had and, you know, the cool things. Well, one cool thing that I found, my mom ended up keeping, I did not know this, was when I was a kid, I was obsessed with, and I still am, obsessed with Ghostbusters. So my mom actually kept, when I was in kindergarten, before kindergarten, my old Ghostbusters 2 shirt. Check this thing out. How cool is that? That she kept it this whole time. Awesome. Yeah, she keeps a lot of the memories, man. So we're finding stuff here and there, but this was the one I had to take. Had to take this home. Too cool. I want to put that up on the wall somewhere behind me, just because of how awesome that is that she kept it all those years. And that was from 1989 I wore that shirt. So a lot of memories, man. So just a small little nothing to do with Tundra there for you tonight. Dad of Steel says, not bad at all. Set the gain at 9.0 on the trailer brakes, and the weight distribution hitch helps on the sway and level. I like that. I like that. Good tow. Tomeo says, told you months ago the MSRP for the next generation hybrids will MSRP at $74K. Yep, right around there. Bodyguard says, I'm definitely not paying $90K for a Pro. Maybe I will wait a few years. Enjoy that Shelby, dude. Aren't you in Cali, if I remember correctly? Out that way? Got the sun and fun, baby. Sean says, what's the biggest tire anyone has put on a stock Pro wheel with no rubbing issues? I believe it's 295 70 18. Tomeo says, wow, that's cool. Can you fit in it, though? I don't think my arm could fit in that now. I like pizza. Tomato says, moms are the best for sure. Frame it, great idea. I want to frame it and put it somewhere up there. Because there's a few things that are sitting in front of me that I found. I found my old grade school graduation. She kept everything. I didn't know. I knew she kept stuff. I didn't know she kept as much as she kept. Frame it. Bodyguard says, God bless our moms for sure. The Dew says the Ghostbuster shirt is awesome for real, dude. I'm a fan. George says, got the Toyo AT3. You cannot go wrong with those tires. I like the Toyos just a little bit better than the Nitto Ridge Grapplers. Toyo, I've had 3 or 4 sets of Toyos, different kinds through the years. Can't say a bad thing about them. Sean says, hi Mark, any knowledge on if TRD Pro Fox suspension can handle weight of aftermarket 160 to 200 pound front bumper with winch for some off-roading? You also said, seeing conflicting answers on net. Some say Pro suspension can't be rebuilt. Some say just get heavier springs. Some say SOL, get new suspension. Excuse me. Any help would be appreciated. I don't see why it couldn't handle that, just as is. You may get a little sag in it. What I would do, and this is a me thing, it's your money, absolutely. Maybe throw the thing on and see what happens. Have a plan just in case it doesn't work out, as far as like upgrading the suspension or doing something with heavier springs and all that. But maybe throw it on and just see how it reacts to it. 160 to 200 pounds, it's not the end of the world. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm going to read this again for everyone. Please give your opinion for Sean. Let's help him make the right move here. He says, any knowledge on if the TRD Pro Fox suspension can handle weight of aftermarket 160 to 200 pound front bumper with winch for some off-roading? Help him out. What are you thinking? Living the Dream says, Yingling, still wrong, not Yingling. You guys are starting to very much disappoint me on this. You've said everything but the answer. Ooh, I thought I almost spilled it. Chris says, wonder if my car can tow, thinking it's an F-150 and a car body, so who knows? That's a good question. I mean, the gearing probably isn't set up. I mean, in a truck, they set up the gearing differently. For towing, your car is probably not there. Johnny5 says, Sean, check custom offsets. I've seen 35s with a lot of cutting. That's true. Andrew says, if I have to pay $90K for a truck, I'm going Ram 3500 or an F350 for sure. At that point, right? You got to do something like that. Bodyguard said, yes, I live in Southern California. It's cold today. It got down to 89. This guy. What was it today? We had a great day here. 62, 63, perfect temp, perfect walk with the wife. Gilmar says, hey Mark, was your experience with this size interior? What does that mean, Gil? Help me out. Reasonable Paul says, hello from Chicago. How you doing, buddy? Going to wait for the 2023 Toyota Tundra Platinum. Good move, good move. Dad of Steel says, Mark, I did a plasti dip chrome delete this week. Truck looks so much better. Send pictures. TundraDude34 at gmail.com. George says, PBR. No, sir. No, sir. Chris says, I think they are 271 gears. So Tundra uses, or the old Tundra used 430 gears. Dad of Steel says, turned out really well. Lucas is wrong with the Coors. No, sir. Buckman says, Def, a light-colored lager beer. Keep on keeping on. Dew says, the TRD Pro should be able to handle the weight that Sean is concerned about. 150 to 200 pounds is like having a person inside the cab. It should not be an issue. I like that. I meant the size interior of the 2022 and the 2021, Gilmer says. Crew Max, we're talking, the limited I had. It wasn't glaringly different, okay? There was a little, maybe it was a little bit smaller. The way the roof connected with the pillars kind of went in more. But overall, I didn't notice any less space to make it less comfortable or less capable. I sat in the back seat a bunch of times. I think I'm 6'1". 6'1", 200 plus pounds, no problems. Wasn't uncomfortable. Maybe a little bit shorter than the old Crew Max, but still fine. You know, I didn't feel uncomfortable in any way. We'll say that. Let's see. Paul says, any thoughts on JL Stealth Box with the 2021 TRD Pro JBL sound system? Wow, I'm going to ask everybody else that. I don't have an upgraded sound system. I have the regular JBL, so if anyone is into the sound systems, I know Johnny5 is all about it. He said, let's read that one more time. Any thoughts on JL Stealth Box with the 2021 TRD Pro JBL sound system? Help him out. Is it worth the money? Chris says, gives me something to think about. You know, once it's fixed. I hear that. Rolling Rock, that's a big negative. Allagash White, no sir. Johnny 5 says Michelob, no sir. Lucas says Busch or Heineken. He may be right on one of them. Rodeo, what's going on, buddy? Bodyguard says, thanks for the great live chat, Mark. Have a safe weekend. I'm heading to Vegas. Wish me luck. Go get him, kid. Wolfpack. Buckman says, sounds like a bud when you crack the can. You're close, but not fully. Raul says, yo, I'm back from eating dinner with the wife. Chicken with green salsa and borracho beans. I hope I said that right. With homemade flour tortillas. What are we talking about now? First off, I'm starving. Did not eat dinner yet. That sounds delicious. You've ruined my night, Raul. You've ruined my night because now I want that. And there's no way in New Jersey I'm getting anything like you just talked about that's as good as what you're talking about. So, thanks, buddy. Rodeo says the JBL. There you go. Andrew says it's Busch. Yes, sir. Lucas says has to be Heineken. It is not. It is delicious Busch Light. Busch Light. Cheers. I like it. Nice light beer, you know? Nothing too crazy. Just hanging out. Not trying to get insane. Delicious taste. Just next to water. It's perfect. Busch, go Harvick. There, I was waiting for a Harvick comment there. Yeah, you got to support my best friend Jesse. His favorite driver is Kevin Harvick, so why not help him out? Sean says, when I sat in the new truck, it felt more like a car, but felt more narrow with lower roof. It took a little while to get used to. The windshield is a little bit thinner, but after a while, like I said, wasn't uncomfortable. Andrew says, making me want a couple cold ones. And now it is time for our daily, or not daily, but every time we do a live stream, we do a movie line, and I ask you guys to guess. Here we go for the movie line. I will not be having any cold ones with you. Give me that movie right now. Let's go. Make me proud. That's all we do at work is movie lines. Raul says, Mexican wife can do it all. Sorry. Yes. Yes, I agree. Rodeo says, have you heard any more defects with the 2022? There was one gentleman on there that blew an axle bolt or something, or it wasn't secured properly. There was fluid leaking all over the ground. That's the newest one I heard. But what do we have now? So some people, it's the turbos, the wastegate issues, some the weather stripping around the rear windows, and that. So that's what we got so far on the defects. Living the Dream says, Michelob Ultra. That is a big negative, sir. Johnny 5 says, the Stealth Box is not worth it. Go for the Taco Tunes ported behind the seat box with two DS1810s and Power Acoustic 2500 Super Class D amp. The speakers you could get off eBay for under $200. The amp is from Walmart for $65. And Johnny 5 knows his stuff with the speakers. On a personal note, what's your work schedule like? 8-hour shifts, 10-hour? The people want to know. I usually work from 9 p.m. To a little after 6. So it's 100% 9 to 6, but sometimes I have to stay till everything is completed. So, yeah. So it's 5 days a week, but the way it's set up is I work 6 days in a row. I have a day off, or I should say a night off, and then it goes into like where I have my days off. So I'm every other weekend I'm off, and every Tuesday night I'm off. Tuesday night I bowl, so that covers that. So that is my story. What do you work? Talk to me. Sean says, did you see Tim's video? Hemi gone for twin turbo straight 6. It's happening. This is what I tried to tell a lot of people when the Tundra did it. It's happening in all the brands. Everyone's moving away from the V8. It's a shame. Rodeo says, I heard about a fuel gauge issue. Yes, I saw that somewhere. I don't remember where. But it was a gauge, not a fueling issue. Might be wrong on that. I don't remember. There's so much stuff that comes into me. I got to keep up with it. And the Husky floor mats, are the Husky floor mats available? Let's give it a check. I think I checked this last time for you, so let's do it again. Husky floor liners are by far the best liners you can get for your Tundra. But let's see if it's available for the 2022 yet. Start here. I'm on their website right now. 2022. Toyota. Oh, no. Toyota. No, nothing yet for 2022. I'll try to reach out to them on Monday and see if, if there's a time frame yet for the 2022 Tundra. Buckman says, what do you do, Mark? I am a manager of a team that unloads trucks. That's what we do. So, grunt work, baby. Grunt work. The only way I would like to do it. I've been doing that for 20 years. So, rotating 12s. That's a lot. J5 says, not worth it because it sounds bad or because of the price. Reasonable Paul is asking Johnny 5 that. Andrew says anywhere from 3 to 12s to 6 to 12s a week, 7 to 19:30 or reverse times. Depends on my contracts. I hear that. Thomas says, just got mine there. Awesome. Thanks. Okay, good. Rodeo says, and by the way, I had my entire sound system redone with the Stealth Box. Much, much better sound system. That's awesome. Chris says, yes, it's a true shame. Why abandon the V8s? I could never give up my car for, say, something like a Tesla. Never. I do like that Elon Musk quite a bit. Gil says, Mark, do you think Tundra waited too long to launch this truck? Now all the other brands are doing EV. I think this new Tundra should have come out in 2020. I thought it should have came out in 2018. But, they do what they do. Everybody... It's hard to put all of the brands in kind of the same umbrella or under the same umbrella. Ford's focus is the F-150. Toyota's focus is your point A to point B car. They make all their big money off of things like the Camry, the Corolla, the Highlander, the RAV4. Taco does really well in the midsize. Just the fact that they have a half-ton truck should make us happy. And that's what I always say to people about that. Do I think they should have did it earlier or more frequently? I don't know now because I really like the platform that they got rid of. And I like the platform that they came out with for 2022 as well. But I'm glad I was able to get my 2020 and it still be the old style. So, and another thing that people don't talk about nearly as much, although the platform has been the same for a very long time, they did do small upgrades along the way. So you got to give them that. Let's see. I'm lost. Sean D says, I don't follow Tim anymore. We had a falling out. Difference of opinion, but the straight six inherently makes more torque, more efficiency than a V8. Okay. Cement, Derek, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. It's good to have you on. I'm good, man. How about you? Are you well? Chris says 7 p.m. till 7 a.m., 3 days a week, with a 2-week rotation, Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturdays for 20-plus years. Retirement in October, turning 62. There you go. It's coming. Retirement is only a short way away. Dew says, Gear Runner has a video mentioning the fuel gauge issue. He's not interested in the 2022 Tundra. A lot of people feel that way. Raul says, with these gas prices, anyone thinking about getting EV? Is anyone thinking of going EV? All I do is I cry at the pump, but other than that, I'm good. Okay, let's ask that question. We always ask people where they're coming from. So if you would like to answer this question, let's make it a two-parter. Where are you in the world tonight? And what are your gas prices where you are locally? As of this morning, I think it was 407 for me for regular. 407. Chris says they are interesting, but my opinion will not stand the test of time and definitely doesn't have the same V8 noises and feelings. Eddie says, I have a 2020 Tundra Voodoo Blue. Can't go wrong, buddy. I love Voodoo Blue. Sore spot in my heart for it. Johnny says, Paul, in my personal opinion, my application, too much money for too little gain. Dew says, I love my 2021 Lunar Rock TRD Pro. I bought it based on your recommendation experience with your 2020 TRD Pro. Can't go wrong with the Lunar Rock 2021. I had a test vehicle, a press one from Toyota. Loved it. It was the double cab, which I have a sore spot in my heart for that double cab. Dew says, I bought a 2021 Mag Gray TRD Pro for my son. He loves it. Score. That is a good dad right there. High five, Dew. You're the man, buddy. Rodeo says, I'm putting on the Flowmaster dual exhaust this weekend, but it's not the real loud one. Let me know what you think when you do it. I can't do real loud anymore. I like what I have. Gil says, Mark, will you be able to tell all the Pro special colors? Yeah, right now the Pro special colors for this year. Do you mean lifetime? Because I can. But if you want to know for 2022, it's Solar Octane is the special color. White, black, magnetic gray. Those are your choices. No, I'm wrong. Ooh, 10 push-ups. Solar Octane, Lunar Rock, white, black. No more magnetic gray for TRD Pro for this year. That is 10 push-ups owed, and I just hit the freaking wire again. Stop. Very sensitive mount. Paul says, well, on the way back from work, I work 8 to 16-hour shifts, days, evening, nights, weekends, holidays. Typical healthcare worker shifts. That's crazy, man. And you probably live tired all the time. Andrew says, thought about getting an electric Mustang, but I need a longer range. Teslas are tempting, but quality is crap. Raul says, $399 San Antonio, Texas. There we go. Derek says, $404 in New Hampshire. James says, upstate South Carolina, $378. Probably the best I've heard in a long time. Chris says, coming to you from Hallsville, Missouri. The Casey less than a quarter mile from my house. $397 for 87 octane. There we go. Rodeo says in PA, but go to Jersey where I could get fuel. Everyone seems to do that. Jersey used to have the lowest prices in the country on fuel because we refine our own, but those days are long gone. Gerald says drive gas truck for a Speedway. You drive a gas truck for Speedway. That's awesome. Thomas says 406 Auburn, Maine. That's not that bad. Chris says no way, no electric. Western Illinois, $4.49 a gallon. Jack says just outside Peoria, Illinois, regular gas $4.49. Sean says Tennessee, $4.09 a gallon. No EV for me. Andrew says $4.29. Burlington, Vermont. Tomeo says yes, I'm going EV. Reserved a Rivian. Ooh, I can't wait to see that. But keeping my 2019 1794 4x4 for the next 20 years. Gas prices in Eastern North Carolina, regular $3.89. Mid-grade $4.10. Premium $4.45. Chris says, I would kill for a Voodoo Blue Tundra. I had a chance at the 2019 Pro Voodoo Blue. Did not do it. Dew says, I'm in South Carolina. Gas is $4.19 a gallon where I live. Not bad at all. I mean, it's kind of, don't get me wrong, it's not good. But for some of the ones I've heard. Rick says, Oregon $4.09 at Costco. Mr. Tuning says, Maryland $3.75. That's the best I've heard. Gerald says, Wilson, North Carolina, gas price is $3.84. Dude, I want 3 something. Andrew says Voodoo Blue was slick, but Calvary Blue was, with everything blacked out, maybe my favorite color scheme. And too bad, the 1 year Calvary Blue was the pro color. The Tundra didn't have a pro. That was the year they skipped for Toyota Safety Sense. Tundra guy says Massachusetts, $4.39. So we hear some in the 3s, which is pretty cool. Can't be mad about that. Crazy. These gas prices are nuts. I live in New Jersey. Gas price is $4.09. There you go. Eddie, where are you in New Jersey, buddy? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. Oh, 6.7. What's up, buddy? Indianapolis, Indiana, $3.95 at the grocery store. There you go. JJ says, what are your thoughts on the recent Toyota Tundra ads in your YouTube channel, especially the Vegas ad one? I didn't know there was Toyota Tundra ads on my channel, and I know that sounds weird. Usually, my channel is flooded with Ram and Ford F-150 commercials. So, which one are we talking about? Gilmer says, my favorite color is 2017 Cement Gray. Oh, dude, cement rules. And that was the other Tundra that I did not end up getting. I ordered. They had an allocation. Frank, if you guys have been around the channel a long time, Frank Ford was my old salesman. I ended up ordering a 2017 Cement Pro from him. But while I was waiting for it to come, I ended up getting that Platinum to do that build on. When is the Tundra Dude meetup? When do you want it to be? Rodeo says, I'll be retiring on the 15th of April. No more traveling to New York. Save money on my travel and tolls. The tolls getting into New York at this point, for those of you that don't live anywhere near New York City, are insane. You need a second mortgage to go over those bridges at this point. It is insane. Rodeo, dude, congratulations, buddy. Me too, Gilmer. Absolutely. Congrats, Rodeo from Tomeo. Yes, definitely. Oh, man, the Tappan Zee. You guys probably won't know what the Tappan Zee Bridge is, but, man, I remember when the Tappan Zee was like $2 to get over, which was high then. It's now over $10 to get over that bridge. Insane. Justin says, Idaho Falls, Idaho, $4.19 a gallon. Chris says, good question. I want a Tundra Dude meetup. I may not drive a Tundra, but still want to go to the TD34 meetup. And you're more than welcome, my friend. You don't have to drive Tundra. Mikey Pfeiffer, my man. New York could literally charge more to get out. I agree, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you. Chris says, can't have a meetup till after October. Deal? Because you're retired. If you're retired, it doesn't matter where you are in the country. You're coming to the meetup no matter where we have it. Thank you. Yes. Nothing like a good retirement. I'd like to retire soon. My wife is finishing up her master's to be a teacher, and then I think I'm going to quit my job and just do TundraDude. That's my plan. And then we could have a meetup anytime you guys want. But we'll see. We'll see. I kind of like the grunt work. I've been doing it so long. I can't sit still. I always like to do stuff, which is why I have 53 hobbies. So I don't know if I could do that, but we'll see. Andrew says, did you ever change your fog lights out on any of your trucks? Going to get some SS3 diode dynamic fog lights. I had a problem with my Toyota LED fog lights on my 2017. I put in, so my 2017 didn't come with the LED setup. The LED setup was 2018 and beyond, but I got them, put them on, and I had a lot of shake in my fog lights. And I ended up using a zip tie to hold them up, but I had to take them out and put them back in like 3 times to try to fix that. No big deal. Very, very simple install. How much is it to cross the Verrazano now? The Verrazano one-way is free. If you're going into Staten Island, it's free. If I'm wrong, someone tell me. Excuse me. Coming out, I want to say 12, but I haven't done it in a long time. I used to go to Islander games all the time. Coming from New Jersey, and I would take the Verrazano over to get to Uniondale. So that was a few years back. It could be different now. Mike says TD34 meetup in Las Cruces, New Mexico for a change. Dude, it would be out west. It would have to be. Rodeo says, I think after 34 years, it's time. Where do you drive from and to, Rodeo? Like, where are you starting out? Where's home? And are you going into Manhattan? Tempted to go for a 2022 Tundra, but have a 2010 Crew Max with only 85,000 miles. Temptation, not necessity. Just make sure you test drive. That's all I want to say. It is a very different Tundra going from old to new. You're going to want to test drive. Trust me on that one. Tomato says, yes, originally from Brooklyn, New York, but moved to Long Island as a kid. Left New York when I joined the Marines. Most of my family have left New York. Grew up in New York, so I feel you on that. Down in New Jersey now, but born and raised New York. The Verrazano Bridge is a 2-way toll now, $19 round trip. Okay. It's a 2-way toll now? I can't believe that. I can't believe it's a 2-way toll. Let me ask you this, Rob, because you're the one who answered that. There's no more toll people, right? It's Easy Pass, or do they send you the bill if you don't have Easy Pass? Because that's how the new Tappan Zee Bridge is now. There is no more people that actually work the stands. It's you have to just drive through, and then if you don't have Easy Pass, they scan your plate and send you the bill. Holy duck, says Tomeo. Mike says, my wife is from Port Jefferson, New York, and will never go back. There's a little Long Island action for you. Rodeo says, East Stroudsburg to Upper Manhattan, 146. Okay, gotcha. Ooh, East Stroudsburg. I own property in Lake Ariel, PA, not far. So if you work in the city, do you have to pay that every day? Oh, you do. Unless you take mass transit, and then you got to pay that. Rob says, correct, no toll collects. They made it 2-way too. Of course they did. Suck all that money out of people. Yep, that's crazy. Well, I guess I'll know that when I start going to Islander games again. I miss the Coliseum. Andrew says, what kind of shoes do you wear at work? Steel toe, anything you prefer, being on your feet all day? I used to try boots. I hate boots. They're the most uncomfortable thing in the world. I use a running shoe. And the reason I use a running shoe is they have the gel heel on them, because I was getting like insanely beat up with being on my feet all day. And I was having foot pain to where I had to hold walls when I walk and everything like that. So I just use a good running shoe now. I'm the manager, remember that. So Tomeo says, so happy I left. Wow. Rob says, made it two-way to deter truckers from going through Staten Island. Okay. Yeah, Staten Island, man. Oof. I've never been on Staten Island where there wasn't traffic. Ever. And when I get on the LIE, it was the same way. And then I learned a couple other ways to get to Nassau Coliseum, and that made things a lot easier. When I lived in Westchester, I would come down a completely different way. But I started to learn all the great back roads, Sawmill, Taconic, all that stuff. For those of you that live in New York will know all those roads. Johnny says, I've driven highway trucks, sleeper trucks with 53-foot trailers into Brooklyn, New York, as well as Newark, New Jersey. Downtown and Northeast suck. No offense. No. It's a very, very tight area. Rodeo says, I'll hit you up when I'm done. You're buying the beer. Deal. Deal. 100%. Andrew says, so is your chair at work more plush than the one you're in now, being a manager and all? I am the worst manager in the world because I'm hands-on. I refuse to sit there and stare at anyone. I physically unload the truck every single night that I work. So I'm in there with another guy, throwing it onto a line down to other people. I do not stand. I never will. They want me to stand, but I won't do it. Tomeo says, best running, walking shoes is Brooks. I agree. Won't regret it. Kind of experience, but worth it. I used to run 7 to 10 miles a day, and I went from a Nike shoe that had a great, it was like Shocks. I think they were called Shocks. I went from those to a Brooks running shoe and changed my life. I found a New Balance that I actually liked more and went with those at the end of the day. Mike says, went over the Throgs Neck Bridge in 1986, and after all those years of tolls, and I bet it is exactly the same. Yep. Paul says, well, more questions. Black or bronze Goldish TRD Pro wheels on a Lunar Rock? I like the black wheels. I mean, I've never seen bronze, so you'd be very, very original. Andrew says, I'm running and Hokas are amazing for an ICU nurse. Yes, there you go. Well, you're on your feet more than anyone, I would think. Yeah, man. Shoes matter. You know, the older you get, the more you'll agree with that. As far as the wheel question goes, I'd like to see bronze on that Lunar Rock. I don't think, thinking back, I don't think I've ever seen. I almost bought the bronze TRD Pro wheels, which are the heritage wheels on the Land Cruiser, on my Platinum to see what they look like. That would have been pretty cool. But I didn't do it because we ended up getting the one we have now. All right, so I'm going to call it a live stream. My vote would be the bronze with the Lunar, says Mike. So, yeah, I'm going to call it a live stream. I got to go hang out with the wife a little bit. It was good hanging out with you guys tonight. Always fun. Hit the like button on your way out. Check out the playlists. I hope you guys enjoy. Probably a video tomorrow, and then I will see if the dealers have anything worth walking. Even if I walk the same trims, it's still fun to walk the dealerships and, you know, bring you guys with me. And that's why I love doing them. But I like the live streams. This was a good time tonight. I'm sure you guys like the later time. I'll do my best to continue that going forward. Let's see what everybody's saying on the way out. Let's see. Solomon's are very nice shoes as well. Hard to find. REI has them sometimes. Excuse me. Paul says, exactly, that's what I was thinking. Johnny5 says, black on the gray. Bronze looks cool, but kind of flashy. Andrew, I'll see you later. Chris, take care, be well. Justin says, good night, everyone. Love you all from Mike Pfeiffer. You too, buddy. Keep checking those trains out, pal. Tomeo says, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Raul says, good night, sir. Nice hearing from you. Love to you, Mike. Raul, I'm going to go try to find the best Mexican dish I can and order that for dinner because of what your wife made, so say hi. Johnny5 says, night, everyone. Rob with the thumbs up. Rodeo, everyone stay safe. I agree. Good times to the man. Derek, have a good one. Thomas, good night. Night Tundra fan from Chris. Paul says, yeah, I've been trying to decide for 6 months now on those bronze wheels. Just do it, buddy. Flavier says, have a good weekend, everyone. No problem. You too, buddy. Dew says, thanks, Mark. Stay safe. You as well. Eddie says, good night, everyone. Be safe. Enjoy the weekend, everyone, says Sean. All right, we're going to call it a weekend. Thank you very much. In closing, the military, the emergency services of the United States and Canada, we love you. Be safe out there. Thank you for letting us have this freedom to be able to do things like Tundra live streams. I love you. Thank you all. Good night. Be safe.